And welcome into the ball. Robinson getting ready to hit. Thinking when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. This one popped up right side. Drops into the glove, and the inning is no outs, runner at first. Riley Adams stands in now for the Diamondbacks. On the ground, could be two. To Betts at second for one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
One out, base is empty. Line drive. Conforto puts it away, and there's two down. And we're back, set for the last half of the seventh. And here's the first baseman, Robinson. Gallen back to work. That's to third. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh. So two down. Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. And it's fouled away. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And 2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Dodgers. Base is empty with 2 away. Next to hit for Arizona, Michael Conforto. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. Out to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
Robinson had a pretty poor showing in this game despite the win. Robinson, the next to hit.
The first baseman, number 29.
Vaughn, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. That one way inside. Right side, hard hit. Whips it to first. And the inning is over. Now it's J.D. Davis. On the ground, right side. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Swing and a foul out of play.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging. At. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carroll going back, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Henry back to work.
You know, these Dodgers digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one's gone. His 59th home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Robinson stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Two no's the count.
Hard hit, right side. Throws to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's Josh Rojas. Lifted to left, and that should do it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers take the first 2 games of this series. Robinson did a good job. Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs. Robinson went deep in his most recent game.
No balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Just missed. Robinson launched a homer in his most recent game. Fouled off down the right side. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes. And there's 1 down.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it. Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Moreno down to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. And up next for Los Angeles, Robinson. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. And now Colton Cowser. Arise. Handles, throws to first. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 10 and the D-backs 9. Here's Josh Rojas. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Phillips back to work. Gets the strike. That was the sweeper.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play. Can throw from so many different angles and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Up the middle, and that one handled, and that is the ball game. Robinson had a game to forget. Had 3 strikeouts without getting a hit. Never fun.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Robinson. Singing he's managed to rack up a lot of innings on the mound this season.
And Boog, this guy's getting close to 200 innings on the year. You know, there's some milestones that pitchers go after. One of them 20 wins. But another one that we don't talk about a whole lot is that 200-inning threshold. To be able to surpass that says that, hey, they prepared themselves for the season. They were able to stay healthy, and they were able to pitch effectively enough to stay in ball games long enough to reach that number. Pretty impressive on what he's done, and it's not over yet.
Bernard Hickman, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-1. Robinson, once again named pitcher of the month after a really excellent. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And gone.
Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage. Boog, I got to tell you, the way he's pitched this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to get an arm workout, polishing up a Cy Young award in the offseason. So fun to watch him operate out there.
Next offering down low and in the dirt.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And that one is lifted in the air.
I go.
Cowser makes the play. 1 away.
Batting third.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Marte.
And that's in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. This is Corbin Carroll. And there's a strike.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
And that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Luis Arias stands in.
Arias.
And a strike.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the finale of this 4-game set. Base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. Now it's J.D. Davis. And a strike in there.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound.
Lifted in the air down the left side. 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Makes a sliding stop. The throw, nicely done for the out. back here at Dodger Stadium. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Up and in, ball one. Moreno, a former Gold Glove winner, in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. Fought off foul. Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to Guerrero. One up, one down. Here's Josh Rojas. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
One out, base is empty. And that one upstairs, ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. That misses the zone. 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So the batting order turns over at the plate. Bernard Hickman just missed.
Here, what?
Hit hard, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter, number 2, shortstop. Geraldo.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. Right through there for a strike. And it's 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive. To the right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is that. One left for the Diamondbacks. So one out, nobody on. Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
The designated hitter, number 29.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. And that's a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. The pitch. To third. And there are 2 outs.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
The third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately.
Runner takes off. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. The run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. He didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. That one in the dirt, and that's ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Corbin Carroll. And that misses. 1-0. And a big swing and a miss. Tied up here in the early going. That's in there. And it's 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. On the ground to first. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good one.
Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 1-2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And that skips in the dirt.
2-2.
Started after it, appeal to third, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
You know, these D-backs did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. He's 0 for 1. Out to short, Betts. And that quickly 2 away.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Moreno, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that one fouled off. Pitch misses.
No, that missed. That's
2-1. Out to center. Pajes on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Diaz back to work. Fouled off. He was late. Ripped on the ground to second. Marte throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Just missed. Rojas goes 6'1", 205 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Cowser hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting.
So digging in, Bernard Hickman. He's already homered here in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I mean, trying to hit that pitch immediately after seeing a good fastball on the pitch before, just a brutal task, man. I don't envy this at all. You almost have to sit fastball and hope you get one you can put in place so you don't have to deal with the potential of seeing the knuckleball with 2 strikes.
Perdomo in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, top 6. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Well, he's been having a great year this year and hitting home runs at a good clip. And the matchup is very favorable.
Just missed.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
And that is downstairs. They're down 3-1. That's in there.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat. And the new pitcher for the Dodgers, Anthony Banda.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Going to count 1 and 2.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
That's out to center field. Hickman brings it in, and there's one away.
The right fielder, number 21, Colton.
1 out, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Robinson. 1 for 3. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
You're a ball.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Next one misses, and that's ball 1.
1-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. A solo shot. Home run number 60 on the year. It's 9-2.
This pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
First and second, 2 down. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Diamondbacks avoid the sweep. They take the finale of this 4-game series. Robinson with a Ruthian achievement in this one. Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Miami Marlins.
And now the first baseman, Robinson.
Number 29.
Robinson with a homer in his last game.
Ball, that's out.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a foul ball. Second inning here, no score. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now it's going to be Gavin Cross. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Outman gets under it. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. Will move to the third with no score. First and second, 2 down.
The batter, number 29.
Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And a ground ball to first. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run across the relay, but he's in there easily.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Even though he was really late on it, he clearly barreled the ball because that one was ripped down the line. He had to be really short with that swing and not get beat by that pitch.
So 2 down. Colton Cowser will hit next. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Right through there. Got it. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 0-2.
The count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Smith off of first with 2 away.
One ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. First and second, 2 outs. Robinson getting ready to hit. Robinson needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season. Clips the corner, and that's strike 1.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident, and there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
And that's downstairs and outside. First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And it remains 2-2. On the ground to third. Moncada throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
And that one is lifted in the air. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Bottom of the ninth. One-run game. 2 on. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. The Fish down to their final strike. Sends it to center, and this should be it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win. Robinson could have done more in this game despite the win.
Not one to put on the personal.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Robinson. Singing, even casual fans have heard this guy's name. Of course, he's the rare major leaguer who both pitches and hits. I mean, you're talking about a rarity both historically and in the modern game.
Yeah, and you don't have to be Babe Ruth or Shohei Ohtani for this to be impressive. He's proved his tremendous talent by taking the two-way role this far.
Runner on at first with one gone. Gavin Cross, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To Betts at second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. All tied 1-1. One out. Runners at first and second. That one is absolutely belted, and no one can get there. Here's Ohtani flying around third. One runs in. The second run scores. It's 4-1.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
He's trying for third. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Max Muncy at the dish.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
On the ground to third. Moncada tossed to first. They get the out. Second and third, one away.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposites.
That one hammered way out of here. Moncada knows it. He nails one out to right. His second homer this series. It's 6-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Robinson stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. A gigantic blast. His 61st home run of the season. It's 7-4.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered here in this one. That's in there. 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Schneider should have this one. 1 away. So bases all loaded up. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. This could end it. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers slug their way to a win in this one. Robinson really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort.
Now here is Xavier Edwards. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Cabrera back to work. Swing and a drive deep right field. Konai going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to walk that one back, no doubt.
So the batting order turns over. Otto Lopez digs in now. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Smith around third. The throw in. He'll score. And the Dodgers even it up. 6-6.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
1 gone, runner at first. Colton Cowser steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 2-2. Runner on the go. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. 4 runs already in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Runner on the go again. Ground ball, and that's through the infield.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
2 on, 1 out. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. 2 on, 1 out. That's out to center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch. Runner tags from third, maybe bluffing there as he returns to third.
The center fielder.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now the center fielder, James Outman. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they've rallied from 4 back. It's 9-6.
This is a perfect example of why you keep grinding out your bats even when you're down big. You never know what might happen later in the game. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Runner at first with no outs
Number
here.
29.
Curry measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they...
This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And it is gone. That one felt good. His 62nd home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 11-6. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there. tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 11-7.
Now batting.
So up next, Robinson. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
So they're all loaded up. And next for L.A., Colton Cowser. Out there to center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and that'll do it. So they load the bases, but leave them stranded. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Dodgers 11 and the Marlins 7. Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. Hit in the air, left field. Myers makes the catch, and that is that. 2 outs, bases full, and at the plate for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. On the ground, Betts. Tosses across to first. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. 9th inning coming up. The Marlins lead it. 2 outs, runner on first. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here.
Rengifo.
The Dodgers down to their final strike. Got it, and that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded.
So 2 down, and now Robinson.
Number 29.
Robinson matched a homer in his last game. And the pitch.
Ball 2.
2 outs, base is empty. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 3. That one in there across the letters.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. So up next, Colton Cowser. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Runner goes again. That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Dodgers. No outs. Runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Late swing, fouled off. Lifted in the air, right center field. Buxton moves under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with one out. New inning getting started. And here is Robinson. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Colton Cowser steps to the plate for the Dodgers. To second, and he's out. So one out, nobody on. Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off. Jax, a 6'2" righty, 195 pounds, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes. And there's two down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner to second with two gone.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Wait, in the box now, take strike one. Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. The Twins down to their final strike. Base hit, one run is in. The throw home. Tag, got him, and that's the ball game. Robinson with an okay game in the win. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
Not one to put on the personal highlight.
Back here with my pal Siggy, getting the nod on the mound. Robinson.
Well, as you can see right there, he is trying to reach a huge milestone of get over 200 strikeouts, and you just hope that he doesn't think about that number too much and goes into this start continuing to do what he's done all season long. That's attack hitters, get the swings and misses. I definitely think he's going to reach it, but most important that he focuses on this start today. His team needs a W.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Betts makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting second, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. Just missed. One out, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. That one catches the corner. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Royce Lewis stands in now and watches strike one. Two outs, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man at first. Here's Byron Buxton.
Byron.
To the right side.
Buxton.
Fires over to first. That takes care of Buxton. And that ends the inning. On to the second from Minneapolis. No score. So now here's the DH, Robinson.
Number 29.
He's a major topic of conversation, the rare two-way player at the big league level. It's pretty early on in his major league career, but it's driving a lot of excitement around the game.
Yeah, Boog, hard to not get excited about a player with this much athleticism, this much talent. Just such a rare thing in baseball. And you know, just about every front office is watching him and dreaming of having their own guy like him in the organization.
These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. The 0-2. Swings and misses. And there's 2 away.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that'll get down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Runner at first with no outs here. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down.
Batting 7.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Wallner, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 down.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Here's Trevor Larnach. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Hit in the air, left field. Outman. He makes the grab. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. Robinson back to work. Foul ball there.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shot.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Hauls it in on the warning track.
The batter number 4. Shortstop, Carlos.
So the lineup flips over, and here is Carlos Correa. He popped out his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Fires over to Guerrero. That takes care of Correa.
Second baseman, Gleyber.
Here is Gleyber Torres. Struck out swinging his first time. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next offering is downstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Twins retired in short order. They trail it here 2-0.
Now batting, number 29.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Wade snags it, and there's one down. Back in target field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Royce Lewis. And that drops in for a strike. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. His 34th of the season. And they cut into the lead. It's 3-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. Well, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news. And all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Guerrero sizes this one up, has room, and he makes the catch.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Matt Wallner getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss as he was late.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Next for the Twins, the designated
Now at the plate, Jose Miranda.
Miranda.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounds one to short. Betts whips it to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. We played 4. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Twins 1. Man at first, 1 away. Robinson, a former All-Star, 22 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2024. Slice down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Inside. No. And a count 2-1. And there's
3-1.
4 runs already in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. And there's a foul ball. Three-2 now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
The right fielder, Colton.
1 down. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. First offering. Runner goes. Cut on and lifted in the air. Wallner makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, Max.
2 gone with runners at the corners. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Runner on the go. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The run scores from third. It's 8-1. Everybody's going to be safe. Caught up now trying to get to third. Tag, and he's out. Trying to get back, and back in Minnesota. And the batter now, Ryan Jeffers.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. He sends it into the second deck. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 8-2. Zingy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already thinking about the next one, and don't want to think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's his 200th strikeout of the season.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Wade, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Cowser makes the catch, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 5 innings. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Robinson back to work.
Ball.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Man, this target field has such a fun, distinctive look to it, and you can tell the care that went into making this place. The construction even used a lot of Kasota limestone, which comes from a town up near Mankato, Minnesota, which is just about an hour and a half from here.
Lewis in the box now. No balls and a strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one hammered. Outman ranging back. Fielding for the wall as he makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 25.
So up next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. In there at the knees. And that is strike one. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Nothing doing here for the Twins, and it's still 8-2. Next to hit, Robinson.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Hard hit left side. Correa over to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Walter.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jose Miranda.
And now the Minnesota designated hitter, Jose Miranda. 0 for 2 in this one. Foul ball. The Twins with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And a foul ball. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
2 outs, base is empty. Ryan Jeffers, the next to hit. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Jeffers needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. Two down, nobody on. That one finds the corner. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. That's an automatic ball because the timer ran out.
And a free base with the walk. Not exactly a confidence-boosting play on the mound.
Larnach in the box again. Takes a strike. Line drive. And that is that. Pretty well decided at this point. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 77. He last pitched 2 days ago. Sands back to work. Robinson leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Next offering is down low. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now for the Twins, Byron Buxton. The Twins down to their final strike. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers take this one in a blowout. Robinson was solid for them on the mound in this one, though less successful at the plate.
Didn't exactly light him up at the plate, Boog, but he pitched well enough to offset that. I'm sure he'll want some better ABs next time out.
It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Minnesota Twins. First pitch coming your way next. Next is the designated hitter, Robinson.
Number 29.
And it stays fair. Coming home. The relay dives in, beats the tag. He scores. And they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
And now, Colton Cowser. In the dirt, blocked. Right through there for a strike.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Robinson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Not even close there. And now 3 balls and a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch. Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here comes Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any.
Wade takes it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Twins coming to bat.
Now batting, number 29.
Runner takes off. Pitch inside.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2. Go Chris through the early stages. He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. In the dirt. To third. Tag. Got him. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Ober back to work. Outside with a breaking ball. Misses inside, and it's 2-0. And another ball. There's a strike. That one finds the zone, and the count's full.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these 2 teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
First pitch, not close.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
Up and in, and the count is 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds. They're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Fastball for a strike. Sets him down looking. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kiersey has a beat on it, and that is that. So 2 away with nobody on. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Robinson with a less than great game in the loss. Singled and knocked in a run.
Definitely didn't do much of anything.